How's it going, guys? MJH here and welcome to another Madden 16 Ultimate Team commentary. Now before we start, I thought I'd show everyone my lineup real quick. This is my offense featuring the likes of John Elway at quarterback, Terrell Davis at halfback, and then Odell Beckham Jr., Demarius Thomas, Brian Finneman and Jimmy Graham at the receiving positions. Now moving on to the defensive side of things, we've got some great big names in our defense. In our secondary, people like Glover Quinn and Mike Adams. At the linebacker positions, Brian Cushing, Dante Hightower and Connor Barwin. As well as our corners, Stephen Gilmore, Demarius Randall and Aqib Talib. Now before we start with the actual gameplay, there was something I wanted to ask people. I had this idea floating around in my head about doing Madden challenges. Now not in the same way that people like Laserbeam have done when they do it in the practice space and that. I was thinking about trying to do actual challenge modes in live gameplay. So I go online against a random opponent and try and complete certain challenges. Obviously they're going to be difficult, they're not going to be easy to achieve, and they're probably going to result in me losing a lot of games, but that's the fun in it. So things like trying to win a game only on fake spikes or only running, that kind of thing. I haven't got many actual ideas yet as I haven't had enough time to think about it, but if anyone's got any suggestions for things they'd like to see along those lines, please feel free to post a comment below, and I'll see what I can do with that. Now getting into some gameplay, we are in our divisional round and we need a W. And after an horrendous opening drive throw and interception, we managed to get the ball punted back to us. Now I was trying to angle McKinnon to get a better punt return on that kick, thinking he'd go out of bounds when he caught it, but he ended up missing the ball anyway and it went out of bounds further back than I would have liked. So that was rather redundant. Getting back on offense now, throwing the ball to Odell Beckham Jr. on a nice curl route, picking up the first down. Now this is my first game playing of the day and I stupidly decided to rush straight into the divisional round game. So I was a little bit shaky to start with. It took me a little bit of time to warm up to get into the game. I probably should have done some solo challenges or something to warm myself up. But alas, I went straight into it, as I usually do. As we lob it up here to Brian Finneran, can he make it? And he just doesn't make the catch, bringing up a 4th and 7. So we punt the ball back to him. Now he's on offense. We really need to stop. We can't afford to be giving up points as we get a nice sack, bringing him back to the 3-yard line. This is what we want. Trying to get in to get a safety, but he manages to get the ball loose, throw it up deep, and he just overthrows, thankfully for us, because that could have been a bad situation. We want to keep him at his end zone as we leave a huge gap open in the coverage, allowing him to make that pass, get him out of a tricky area, and get himself half the way up the field. We do manage to get in and get the sack there, which does bring him back another 9 yards. It's little things like that we need to keep pushing him back, not letting him get round us. But unfortunately, he hits us to the outside with a toss play. Now, this toss play was wrecking me this entire game. I was having a lot of problems stopping it. He kept switching the sides, switching the formation, so it was quite hard for me to identify what was going on, as well as me not being the best on defense. So I was finding it quite hard to get that stopped as we accidentally run commit there. And thankfully, his play-action pass just missed. He's coming out to the side again. He gets it in the corner of the end zone, and we just push him out of bounds. Thankfully, that was close to a touchdown as he tries to go for that HB toss again. And for some reason, my defenders just can't bring him down. I mean, Jarrett McKinnon is a fast running back, but he's not exactly the strongest of people. He's no Bo Jackson, as he gets off to the side with a touchdown anyway. We did try to stop that run by running up the middle, but unfortunately, he went off to the side, which I probably should have guessed. As I roll out to the side myself here with John Elway, which was a silly decision as we get stopped. I was trying to get out of bounds to maybe get an unnecessary roughness call or something, but that did not come out for me, as all my options were locked up there. So I threw it up deep to Brian Finneran, and he comes up with the catch. You can always rely on Finneran to make those big plays. So now we're getting close to the opponent's end zone. We need a touchdown before the half ends. Moving out with Elway, which isn't the most conventional of things. I tend to think he's more of a pocket passer with a little bit of speed on him. Anyway, but hey ho, we're busting out there and nearly getting it again with him. But unfortunately, we get brought down at the 1-yard line. But no fear, the quarterback sneak never lets me down as Jameis Winston brings it down for a touchdown. 7-7, the game is on. Now we need to focus on making sure he doesn't get any more points this game as he gets the ball over to a wide open receiver, just absolutely bursting through my coverage and getting him a touchdown before half. That is not what we needed. So now we need to mount a little offense of our own and get some points back before the end of half as we throw it up to Odell Beckham Jr. and he completes the catch. OBJ is a beast, man. One of the best purchases I have made this entire year of Madden. As we try rolling out to the side again with John Elway, nothing's open, so we safely throw it out of bounds. Something I should really learn to do more often, to be honest. As we get a one-handed pass to Demarius Thomas, keeping that play alive. In my opinion, Demarius Thomas can actually keep up with some of the big boy receivers like and Odell Beckham Jr. as we throw an over-the-top ball to Jimmy Graham, and he nearly grabs onto it. Now 10 seconds left. We need a touchdown on this play, preferably. Don't want to keep it in bounds, shy of the goal line. As we try and chuck it over to Darrell Davis, he has his hands on the ball, and he drops it in the end zone. Disaster. So now with only 3 seconds left, we decide to take our 3 and take it into the second half, being only 4 points down. Unfortunately, my opponent gets ball out of half here, so we need to make a nice defensive stand here and stop him from getting any more balls, as I'm not sure what happened there. He seemed to spin out the tackle and then get tackled by thin air. Man 16 for you, I guess. And he tries to run it up the gut again, and we stop him there. Could bring up a 3rd and 3 as he runs to the outside with that toss play again, and somehow just steps over my defender. As our defense is falling apart, we need to make a big stand here as my opponent throws it up deep, and we need to stop this. We can't afford to let him get in the end zone as we break up the pass, thankfully, managing to push his receiver over and stop him from completing the catch. Now my defense is shaky at the best of times, but this game it was all over the place, needing to make stops. I mean, even running with Tony Romo, he's managing to pick up 8 yards on a game. With Tony Romo, of all people. When do you ever see Tony Romo running like that? Now our priority here is to hold him to the field goal. We can't be giving up this touchdown. We want to keep it to a 1-possession game, get the ball back, get it into his end zone, and we'll take it into overtime if need be. A touchdown puts us in the worst position possible, and that's not where we want to be, especially not in a divisional game, as he tosses it to the outside again with McKinnon and picks up once again another big gain and another first down. We are really needing to get this run game crushed as we get a nice big hit there with Gilmore, stopping him for only 1 yard. My opponent's coming out passing this time and manages to get it into the end zone. Now disaster strikes as we need to get that ball into his end zone. We need to get the ball back again, and we need to score once more. It is not looking promising for our team, but I'm sure we can do it as we throw it deep to Odell Beckham Jr. and it's tipped away. Luckily, we didn't give up the interception there. That would have been game over for us. That's it as we try hitting it to the outside of the screen. Terrell Davis breaking off a tackle, but cannot get past the second defender. Going to the hurry-up offense, moving my play straight to the 4 verticals. No, we need to throw this one up deep. We need to rely on our top-class receivers here. This is the play that's going to decide the game for us. We don't want it to go to 4th down. That's the last place we want to be as we throw it up to Demaryius Thomas. And once again, Demaryius Thomas comes through with the pass for the touchdown. We come out in the onside kick and we need to get this ball back as it's dropped by his player. Ball's out and we recover the football. Now this is crunch time, guys. 2-minute drill. We need to get a touchdown. Anything less than a touchdown will put us out of this game as we throw the worst pick possible. Now if there's ever a time not to fuck up, it was then. We have given up the possession when we needed a touchdown. Now our only hope is to hold him to a field goal or less, get the ball back, score a touchdown, and then go for 2-point conversion. As my opponent is showing no signs of slowing down, we use our second timeout here as I use my first timeout, changing the original kick into an onside kick. I wasn't going to go for the onside kick to begin with, but I realised how stupid an idea that was, as we luckily get an injury timeout there, conserving one more of our timeouts and giving us a little bit extra time to play with. He tries rolling out to the side, he makes it, and we drop the pick. If only we had picked that ball off, in the possession would be back in our hands and we might be able to mount an offense. He takes it out to the side again. We still can't stop that as we call our last time out. 3rd and 6. We need a stop here, guys. Need the central stand and we stop him from getting that ball off, bringing up a 4th and 6. He obviously takes the 3 points, taking his field goal, and now it is crunch time. We are 8 points behind with 1 minute and 24 left. We are looking for a touchdown. Anything short is failure. Now we need to be careful moving the ball down the field. We don't want to give up any picks. We don't want to let it go into any 4th downs. But we need to be mindful of that time as we hit Jimmy Graham on the out route, getting out of bounds. We need more plays like that. Getting the ball out of bounds, stopping the clock and giving us more time to mount an offense. As that time Demaryius Thomas does not manage to get out and stop the clock. Now we're forced to pick our plays on the fly. We've got to be quick. We haven't got time to stop here. No timeouts. No way of stopping the clock except for incompletions, which we obviously don't want, and getting that ball out of bounds. As we hit Jimmy Graham, I try to take it to the inside to gain some more yards, and that effectively means we have to run the hurry-up offense again. We don't have time to stop and choose on the play. We need to get things going. I'm thinking about going for the end zone. I'm thinking this might be the play that we need. Changed my mind at the last second. Going to hit the slants through the middle. Think that's the safer option to go for, as we manage to hit Jimmy Graham on the run as he comes in for the game tying touchdown. Now when I say game tying, that means we need to get the 2-point conversion, or that is it for us. This is our last chance. Now I tried a previous 2-point conversion and didn't make it on the pass. So we're trying to run to the outside. This is it, game on the line as we're fighting for yards. We're pushing forward. We're so close as we just get stopped 1 yard shy of the end zone. We try the onside kick again and it is recovered by the opponent. Now I know not many people on YouTube tend to post their losses when it comes to Madden gameplays, but I thought as it's such an interesting game, such a close game, I think that's just as entertaining. If you know that the YouTuber you're watching is going to win every single time, it kind of takes the fun and the surprise out of watching the game. That's why I've left in a game of me losing. Now before I go quickly, one idea I did have for a video would to be go online and play a game as a team and use a non-quarterback player playing quarterback for the entire game. So for example, I go online and pick the Patriots and use someone like Nate Solder to be the quarterback for the entire game, an offensive lineman. If anyone's got any ideas for who they'd like to see at quarterback, please post them below and let me know, and I'll try and get a gameplay done of that with some live commentary. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, please leave a comment below, tell me what you thought and any suggestions for the quarterback video. And if you're enjoying what you're seeing, subscribe so you can see more in the future. Thanks a lot guys, see you next time.